Novak Djokovic survived a quarter-final scare from Karen Khachanov to keep his bid for a record 23rd men's Grand Slam singles title alive at the French Open. Djokovic was in danger of falling 2 sets behind against the Russian but prevailed 4-6, 7-6, 7-0, 6-2, 6-4. He could become the first man to win all 4 majors at least 3 times. Djokovic's win sets up a potential semi-final with world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz, who faces Stefanos Tsitsipas in Tuesday's night session, 19:15 British Summer Time. The Serb had not dropped a set all tournament on the Paris clay, but Khachanov provided the test he arguably needed to prepare him for either Alcaraz or Tsitsipas in the last 4. Having faced 7 break points, saving 6 of them in losing the opening set, Djokovic tightened up his service game for the majority of the match thereon. And while the 36-year-old was kept on court for 3 hours and 43 minutes, the outcome never really looked in doubt once he comprehensively won the second set tie-break. "I played the perfect tie-break, and from that moment onwards I played a couple of levels higher than I did at the beginning," Djokovic said in his on-court interview. "It was a big fight. It's what you expect in the quarterfinals of a Grand Slam. You are not going to have your victories handed to you, and I'm glad to have overcome it today."
Novak, great to see you. Congratulations.
Well done.
That was
great to see you too.
It was a tough one, especially in the first set. But you looked as fit as a fiddle out there. You looked like a 26-year-old, not like a 36-year-old, especially towards the end. How did you feel out there?
First of all, I feel bad for cutting John McEnroe in the middle of his assessment and analysis. I love to listen to him. Sorry, John, if you're listening. I'm sorry, and nice to see you. You know, look, it was, I guess, 2 matches in one, really. The first couple of sets, I think I stayed in the locker room. I mean, that's how I felt. Really didn't move well, didn't strike the ball well. John made a comment about moonballing the return. I mean, I did that because I just didn't feel, you know, I guess the right tempo or the split step and kind of moving towards the ball and making it more aggressive. And yeah, just a lot of unforced errors. And I mean, also credit to Karen for, you know, firing some big serves and making me play, making me move around. I was just quite flat, I must say, with my feet, and that resulted with you know, a set and a half of not such a great performance and great level of tennis, but managed to find a way to the tiebreak, and then in the second, and then I played really pretty much a perfect tiebreak. I don't recall playing such a good tiebreak in a long time. I mean, in terms of really every single point, you know, winning 7-love, and then I felt like I flipped the switch from that point onwards. You know, started swinging through the ball a bit more, played a really good third set, had things in control until 4-4-2, 15-40, played on the one end of the court where I had a wind in my back, and I just felt like you know, a couple of missed opportunities, easy misses, and, you know, I lost my serve. The very next game, things got really complicated, but, you know, I stayed in the moment and played a perfect last 8 points.
What an analysis.
Djokovic came into the match having won 29 successive sets in Grand Slams, but Khachanov ended that streak in just under an hour on court. Philippe Chatrier, the world number 11, matched Djokovic in the returning stakes, not usually a Khachanov strength, early on, and finally broke serve in a marathon 5th game after seeing 4 previous break points saved. He served out the set, despite a typically dogged Djokovic saving 3 set points, 2 on his own serve and 1 on Khachanov's. Neither player earned a single break point in a serve-dominated second set, which Djokovic claimed in clinical fashion without dropping a point in a one-sided tie-break. A fortunate net cord handed Djokovic a break of serve in a lengthy opening game of the third set, and he rarely looked back from there as Khachanov's challenge discernibly faltered. The Russian had never beaten a top 5 player in a Grand Slam or on clay, holding 0-8 records in both categories, and the belief he showed in the opening 2 sets began to desert him. Khachanov still showed quality to test Djokovic in patches, particularly late in the 4th set where he threatened a revival by breaking back from 3-1 down. But Djokovic won 8 successive points from 4-4 to wrap up victory in style with an ace. A 9th victory in 10 meetings with Khachanov sealed a 45th Slam semi-final appearance for Djokovic, one shy of the record held by Roger Federer. But it is the big one. The record 23rd men's title, that surely motivates him. And with the injured Nadal absent, not just in Paris but probably for the rest of the year, the Spaniard will likely be looking to his compatriot Alcaraz to help him preserve his share of the Grand Slam title record.